can see HS Retina 1 and I can see Signature Production. I can see myself getting spotlighted onto Signature Production.
You are getting, you can see yourself getting spotlighted on
Now
Signature
I see
Production.
you in full screen.
Okay.
हाँ जी
रुक जा
वो आप बड़ा छोटा करता
कौन है?
Now I can see our hero. Now I can see one screen where there are 4 of them, but I cannot see the screen as a whole.
Okay, but can you see me also not?
Now, wait,
I can see you.
I can see you.
Oh, you all still can see me.
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute.
बटिस्टा बन गया मैं तो है ना इंदर भाई सुनदा
हाँ सुनदा तन्ने सुनदा
बटिस्टा बन गया ना आदे
ਉਹਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਲਾ ਦੋ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਦੀ ਬੜਾ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋਇਆ
अब भाजी देखो
ये ऑनलाइन है ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੋ ਮੁੰਡਾ
ਵੀਡੀਓ ਲਾ ਕੇ YouTube ਤੇ ਪਾ ਦੋ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਦੀ
ਹਾਂ
नहीं नहीं भाजी अड्डी दस
ਹਾਂ
ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਮਿਲ ਜੇ
ਫੇਮਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਫੇਮਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਊ
Guys, now you can see 3 of y'all or 4, including me.
Now I can. There's one screen where I can see 3. Bro, my one, depending on which screen I pin, you know.
Okay.
I can see 3
3 kala. 2, Rohit or Roy?
या
ਹਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ
Inder, Rohit or Roy kala?
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਤਾਂ ਛੋਟੀ ਜੀ ਆਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਉੱਪਰ ਕਰਕੇ
ਹਾਂ, ਆ ਰਹੀ
ਛੋਟੀ ਜੀ
ਦੇਖ
ਆ
ਸਕਦੇ।
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ
Upar ke on dia choti. My one coming on top small. My video on top small. The main
YouTube on YouTube 3%.
ah
Pabi 3.
एक काम कर तू फोटो काल खींच के काल मेनू
ਸਕਰੀਨਸ਼ਾਟ ਕਰਾਂ
हाँ screenshot या तू
ਚੱਲ
Roy
ਇੰਦਰ
using phone with a small on top. Roy driving now and he need to swipe the one. Either you let him drive or either you let him use Zoom. Correct, Roy?
Correct, bro.
Yeah. And he's using mobile. So mobile one let him reach his destination, then he let you know.
Correct, bro. You understand me so well.
Yeah, bro, I understand you. Bro. Okay, you're gonna play a video now.
Okay.
Okay, Mundio, संजी ने अभी वीडियो डालनी है, प्ले करना. So सुनियो कि वीडियो सही है कि नहीं. Right, so you understand? Just check and see lah.
If I see the video, I'll let you know.
All right. So I must add on spotlight lah here.
ਕਰ ਦੋ ਸੈਂਡ ਜੀ
वही मारे वही चली आ गई
When I was 27 years old, I left a very demanding job in management consulting for a job that was even more demanding, teaching. I went to teach 7th graders math in the New York City public schools. And like any teacher, I made quizzes and tests, I gave out homework assignments. When the work came back, I calculated grades. What struck me was that IQ was not the only difference between my best and my worst students. Some of my strongest performers did not have stratospheric IQ scores. Some of my smartest kids weren't doing so well. And that got me thinking. The kinds of things you need to learn in 7th grade math, sure, they're hard. Ratios, decimals, the area of a parallelogram. But these concepts are not impossible. And I was firmly convinced that every one of my students could learn the material if they worked hard and long enough. After several more years of teaching, I came to the conclusion that what we need in education is a much better understanding of students and learning from a motivational perspective, from a psychological perspective. In education, the one thing we know how to measure best is IQ. But what if doing well in school and in life depends on much more than your ability to learn quickly and easily? So I left the classroom and I went to graduate school to become a psychologist. I started studying kids and adults in all kinds of super challenging settings. And in every study, my question was, who is successful here and why? My research team and I went to West Point Military Academy. We tried to predict which cadets would stay in military training and which would drop out. We went to the National Spelling Bee and tried to predict which children would advance farthest in competition. We studied rookie teachers working in really tough neighborhoods, asking which teachers are still going to be here in teaching by the end of the school year. And of those, who will be the most effective at improving learning outcomes for their students? We partnered with private companies, asking which of these salespeople is going to keep their jobs and who's going to earn the most money. In all those very different contexts, one characteristic emerged as a significant predictor of success. And it wasn't social intelligence, it wasn't good looks, physical health, and it wasn't IQ. It was grit. Grit is passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. Grit is having stamina. Grit is sticking with your future, day in, day out, not just for the week, not just for the month, but for years, and working really hard to make that future a reality. Grit is living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint. A few years ago, I started studying grit in the Chicago public schools. I asked thousands of high school juniors to take grit questionnaires, and then waited around more than a year to see who would graduate. Turns out that grittier kids were significantly more likely to graduate, even when I matched them on every characteristic I could measure, things like family income, standardized achievement test scores, even how safe kids felt when they were at school. So it's not just at West Point or the National Spelling Bee that grit matters, it's also in school.
Smile! Hai, Talia. Haji, sir जी तुसी किदा?
ਵਧੀਆ ਭਾਜੀ
हाँ
ਵਧੀਆ
जी, हाँ
ਜੀ
जी।
ਉਹ
हाँ जी,
ਮੁੰਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਉੱਧਰ
मैंने
ਮੁੰਡਾ
फोन
ਪਰੇ
लाया
ਚੱਲ
ये
ਗਿਆ
पूछने ले गए कि तेरा
ਮੁੰਡਾ
छोटा
ਇੱਕ
पंडा
ਉੱਧਰ ਚੱਲ
किदा?
ਗਿਆ
मुंडा मां मुंडे तू टेंशन क्यों लेना? वाला काम करना?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਦੱਸੋ ਜੀ
ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, दसो जी मैं पूछना कैसी हाँ जी तुसी दसो जी अभी कोरोना वायरस दी खातर किदा किदा हाल होया बे?
ਹਾਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਹੀ ਪੰਗੇ ਪਏ ਭਾਜੀ
ਪਾਰਟੀ ਪਈ ਆ ਭਾਜੀ
Definitely because now using this one. Hello रोहित तू थोड़ा लागे आके गल कर रुक 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 मेरी होगी तुसी साइड चुप करो
मेरी वॉइस ओके मेरी आवाज कोयल आ गई ना सोनी
नहीं तेरी सोनी है
अच्छा ठीक है फिर
तो गाना कब गाएगा
गाना कब गाएगा रोहित सुनाओ
सोना लगता ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਓਕੇ
ਹਾਂ।
ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ
ਇੱਥੋਂ ਪੀਆਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫੇਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ।
ਯਾ
ਓਕੇ ਜੀ ਮੁੰਡਿਓ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਏ ਸੋ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਐਡਵਰਟਾਈਜ਼ਮੈਂਟ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਸੋ 2 ਮਿੰਟ ਓਕੇ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਆਈ ਔਨ so let it cool
Staff room and kitchen both running the same speed.
yeah but my account is not connected to staff room
And staff
ਤੇਰਾ ਮਾਹੀ ਤੂੰ ਬੱਟਿਆ
dono
ਬੱਟਿਆ ਗਵੰਡਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰਾ
Office.
ਮਾਹੀ ਤੂੰ ਬੱਟਿਆ
dono
I need to know that. I don't want the
ਬੱਲੇ ਬੱਲੇ
yeah the book there lah
accounts on one place.
that one you check lah
I need somebody else.
ਤੇਰੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ
ਹੱਥ ਮੜਿਆ ਇੱਧਰ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਆਈ
हाँ जी बोलो जी no see my account taken from office for floor so now can I complain right
ਇੱਧਰ ਆ ਗਏ
That's why you don't off it.
ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਸੁਣਦੀ ਮੇਰੀ
ਨਹੀਂ
okay हम ना से थोड़े छोटे से ब्रेक से पहुंचते हैं so
over the mountain, across the sea. There's a girl, she's waiting for me. Cross over the river, beyond every cloud. She's passing.
ਕੋਕਾ ਕੋਕਾ ਕੋਕਾ
not letter you don't even know hello
ਹੈਲੋ ਹੈਲੋ
bro you are breaking up lah
ਹੈਲੋ ਹੈਲੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ
Wait, I join back again.
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਲੂ ਲੈਪਟਾਪ ਲਿਖੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਲੂ
हाँ मैं लिखा मेरा नाम blue laptop
ਲੈਪਟਾਪ
ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਆ ਹਰਟੀਨਾ
Roy that's not lagging you can hear me okay.
ਯੈਸ
So Roy was lagging, so even he said my voice coming to him towards him also lagging, coming towards me, his voice coming towards me also lagging. So I think network problem lah.
ਤੇਰਾ ਮਾਹੀ ਤੂੰ ਬੱਟਿਆ
हाँ जी बहुत बढ़िया गाना कौन था भाई तू गाना का
ਜਾਨ ਬਾਰ ਤੂੰ
1 मिनट
ਰੋਹਿਤ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਗਾਣਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ
ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾਣਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਚੱਲਦਾ
ਕੋਕਾ ਕੋਕਾ ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਕੋਕਾ ਕੋਕਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਦੇ ਮੌਕਾ ਕੋਕਾ 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 ਸੁਣਦਾ ਪਿਆ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਲਵੇ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਹੈਲੋ
ਹੈਰੀ ਬੌਸ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ
ਹੈਲੋ 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 ਕੋਕਾ ਕੋਕਾ ਕੋਕਾ
हाँ रोहित तो कहना था हैरी बॉस के बारे की
ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਗਿਆ
बोल परेशान कर रहा है
ਕੀ ਬੋਲਾ ਤੂੰ ਬੋਲ
ਉਹ ਆ ਕੀ ਪੰਗਾ ਪਾਤਾ
Harry can you see the difference between other laptops and your laptop camera your laptop camera very blur
ਸਾਫ਼ ਕਰ ਲੋ
right or blur right
ਨੈਪਕਿਨ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਲੋ ਸਾਫ
Now?
Now I cannot see your face. I can see. I don't see your chest.
It's an old camera lah. It's not a new technology, son.
Hey, buy new lah.
नैपकिन ना साफ कर लो टिश्यू पेपर
You are comparing to our Mac. Our Mac is the oldest.
No, Mac camera is
2015.
Dell use a cheap camera.
Okay. So anyway, okay.
Wait. If I turn this side, better?
या
It's better, but still bluish.
Yeah, blaze. Remember this camera is blaze.
Oh, sorry, not bluish. It's too bright.
No, let me check and see. Okay, adjust the camera now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, guys. Mundio, thank you very much for your time, sir. Okay, हम बंद करो निकलो.
के बंद करो निकलो मैं होने आया.
रोहित, वो लैपटॉप ले थले मुड़के.
ओके बंद
यार
कर
तू बढ़ता. हाँ, बंद करके थले ले आ. Okay, Mr. Harmeet Singh, thank you for your cooperation. मैं with this ending, okay, चा पी लो.
कट कर दो